Dang, it's like as soon as Frank starts counting down for me to go live, I yawn. It's embarrassing. Just kidding. Good morning, everybody. I saw some people in chat that were waiting, especially Hyper Bunny 99. Dicey. She is on the Reaper tour right now with Mr. Dave, or it's about to start, probably. So, Dave, if you can hear me, good luck. I figured she'd be like, hey, look, I'll show Dave. But good luck on your tour. Like I said, this is going to be a kind of a special year for tours. And I think it's so you can kind of hear it in my voice. I think I can hear it. Where hold on, let me. My earpiece is. I gotta turn it up. Test 1 2. Okay, there we go. You can hear it in my voice where I'm getting tired as the weekend goes on. Last night I stayed up way too late. Shouldn't have, but we'll recover. I went up to my room. You know, I was like, oh man, it's pretty decent time to go to bed. Took a shower, and then my phone battery was on 13%, and I was like, I need to go find a charger because I left it down here in the main ballroom. So I came down here, and then I was like, all right, I'll just go right back up, and then I got stuck talking to everybody in the main lobby for the next like hour and a half. So it's okay. That's what ReaperCon's about. But this morning I'm feeling it. I'm suffering. I am excited. I am happy though that the breakfast at the hotel, they have egg whites. So at least I can have a decent, healthy breakfast. Healthier, I guess. So I've had omelets every morning. But I think I'm not drinking enough water because I've been waking up sick every morning, and then I slowly get better for like the next 2 hours. But you can hear my voices. I need liquids. But a lot of stuff happened yesterday. So we did the costume contest. So we'll go over some photos here in a little bit. Hey, Iffy. I'll talk about your contest idea that you gave me yesterday, Iffy. The judging for the MSP, a lot of the judging happened last night. So all the judges were super, super, super late. So sorry. So sorry. What is this, Reaperland? Holy. It's for some reason I don't yawn during the week at all at work doing anything. And then as soon as I start Reaper Land, our Twitch stream that we do every Friday, I just get yawny and sleepy and tired, and I don't know. Sorry. I'm trying. So, yeah, what else happened yesterday? I don't know. There was a ton. We started the photo booth area, the set that you see beside me here. We started working on the mosaic, and it looks awesome because Ludo, Hobby Hijinks, had a really good idea. He kept communicating with our photographer, and he said during Sophie says after dark, late at night, that he was going to parade everybody over here, and they took, you know, as they were walking through. Thank you, AeroWiz. AeroWiz just brought me some water. And so he paraded them through the set, and they took pictures as they were walking through and painting and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool action shots of everybody like posing as they were walking through. But then they did a big group shot of everybody that was doing Hobby Hijinks. And so they have like a huge wide shot of everybody. So it's pretty cool. Hey, Peter Flag. If he paints, that's true. So the first couple of days of ReaperCon, I was standing and walking a lot. And I think I just feel bad if I sit down, I think, like I'm not doing anything. So, but I noticed real fast that my legs were starting to hurt really bad. So I've been sitting a lot more. Today, I am starting the Google form sign up like survey. I'm doing a ReaperCon survey today, at least I hope so. And people can come get their surveyor ribbon. I figured that was a clever idea for me this year. So I wanted a way for people to like give feedback and ask questions and stuff. So I made a big Google form with a bunch of questions. And if they do the survey, they can come to me and get a surveyor ribbon. So they can be a surveyor. So that's kind of cool. It helped me get some feedback and stuff, see what people are thinking and talking about. I hope you're feeling better, Quindy. Yeah, Iffy, I saw that guy too. I went back and saw the footage. I rolled that beautiful bean footage and I saw him too. Uh, it's funny because I also think that I saw um, myself like taping red tape on the floor and doing all that stuff. So that was funny. Not really. Oh, sad. I'm sorry. Um, but I'm curious as to, so the security streams, since it's all recorded, I'm just probably going to download it, and I'm curious to see if I could do a really decent time lapse or take like pictures of different times, like especially for like teardown. Like teardown's going to be like, I think it'll be kind of cool to see. We'll see how that goes, but um, what else happened yesterday? The Mirrorscape game went really well, I thought. We had some audio stuff, like some audio issues, of course, but the game itself looked great. I did hear a good feedback, though, like a good criticism that I wanted to highlight that I thought was actually a good amount of feedback. Is that, and I'm gonna tell Mirrorscape this, is that everything's a little what's the word? Washed out, or it's kind of samey, I guess, almost, where it's hard to differentiate when your model is on the terrain because they're all kind of the same flat, like flat coloring. The coloring is similar, so I think that was a really good amount of feedback that we got. I just got here, so we're topping our beloved drink of coffee with ketchup. Yes. Next year, I plan on having a costume ketchup, like a ketchup costume, or yeah, you'll see. We have some bits and stuff for next year, so we'll see. Beautiful. Yeah, this is just catching up of what happened yesterday. Lauren helped me do the costume contest. The costume contest went well. We're going to be announcing the winners and stuff later. So later, like right after this, I think I'm going to write up a little newsletter. And so I think I have some photos from, if you guys couldn't make it to the costume contest, but it is also live on our YouTube. So or YouTube and Twitch, you can go watch the VODs and stuff from last night. But yeah, there's a lot of cool entries. I love it when a lot of people come back every year and their costumes get better and better, and especially families and things like that. Yeah. Hey, Peter Flag. I'm putting together my Bone 6 items while listening to you. Nice. Whoa. My wife is starting to get into costume design. It's very interesting. Well, maybe she can come into ReaperCon and show off her costume. There we go. So this is Dr. Bob, for everybody that knows Dr. Bob, but he was Captain Jingles. I love this character. He has been doing it for the past couple of years. Captain Jingle Belly. And so he pretends to not be Dr. Bob for the rest of the night while he dresses up as Captain Jingle Belly. Hold on, there's about to be an announcement, so we'll listen in on Ludo.
Good morning, ReaperCon.
There he is. Here,
It is a glorious Saturday. We are about to start the first hobby hijinks of the morning. It is a quick conversion. Come build your own monster. A reminder, the schedule on the ticket system for hobby hijinks is not correct. Please come check my whiteboard for the proper schedule. Also, please tell your friends to come check it too.
Yeah, praise Ludo. We're at the Church of Hobby Hijinks here. But yeah. Morning, David. David Hoover. No, I don't eat donuts very much, children. But okay, so this was Princess Mononoke, San from Princess Mononoke. She was really nice. I talked to her in line. She was nervous. Yeah, I could tell she was a little bit nervous, but she did great. And it's kind of cool because we'll see later a lot of the cosplayers, when they came off the stage, they walked over to our photo area, and I asked Squid, our photographer, if they grabbed the weapons, and they said yeah. A lot of the cosplayers were grabbing weapons and stuff, the foam weapons that we have. So that was good to hear. So this is actually a Reaper employee. So this is Loki is her name. She works in the Reaper game store, the actual game store. And so she's been talking about doing the cosplay contest for months now. And her contacts, you can't see it in this picture, but she has these really cool yellow contacts that she had in. She was actually kind of scary, kind of creepy looking. Her contacts were very good. So shout out to Loki. I know she doesn't like to be on camera very much. Oh, this is another Reaper employee. This is Bill, the guy crouching behind the dog. He is the manager of the Reaper game store, but this is his daughter, Charlie, and Zeus. This is Zeus, the Reaper dog that was a stray that we found. And this is from Spy Family, the anime, and she's Anya. And so it's really nice because Charlie is really shy. And so when as she's getting older, and obviously, but she's coming out of her shell a lot. And so I'm really glad that she did this costume contest. And Bill was really excited that she did it. And so we were like, let's bring Zeus up there because he looks like the dog from the anime. So, but it was perfect because he turned and looked at the camera. This one was really popular. So this is a little kid dressed up as Mothman with the glowy red eyes. And the dad did the electronics for the eyes, is what I was told in line. And it's like I think it's a biker's helmet that you just have strapped underneath your chin, and then it's draped off the side, and then you build everything on it. So it's super cute. And I have a funny story about this, is because the family came over and she goes, oh yeah, she's gonna be dressing as Mothman for the costume contest. And I go, oh, have you seen our new Mothman miniature? And the dad goes, oh, she doesn't know about the miniatures yet. and then they went and bought the Mothman miniature. So it was super, super cute. So I'm glad that a lot of the kids are doing it. I couldn't get a good shot of this group. So if you could, you go back and watch the costume contest. But this was a group of 3 kids, and they were a mermaid, a pirate, and a parrot. And the mermaid had to hop up on stage, and then she crawled across the stage while the parrot was like flapping her wings. They were super cute. But I was telling the mermaid, I was like, I thought she was just gonna hop around to the front and then kind of just pose on it, but she butt crawled across the stage. It was super cute. It was hilarious, but they were adorable. Oh, the Witch King of Angmar from Lord of the Rings. And they did the screech, the Witch King screech from the movie when they got up on stage. She was really nice too on stage, but she has heels on. So I think this costume, it was to make her taller because the Witch King is really tall. So I thought that was really, really cool. And I think a lot of it was made out of foam. This guy, he wasn't gonna do the costume contest, but he was in line and he was like, should I do it? I was like, if you want to. And then he's wearing a Rammus headpiece. And Rammus is from a game called League of Legends. And really the only thing that he says is, okay. All he says is just, okay. And so he gives a thumbs up. But I talked to him afterwards, and he said that he was trying to win the least effort award or something like that, which we don't have. But I don't know if I want to encourage that, because then you just get a bunch of people just entering. Maybe we could do like a joke one, like a joke before, or something. I don't know if that becomes a thing or not about least effort cosplay. But yeah, Rammus. Oh, this guy was really nice. He was. I talked to him afterwards as well. This was Gandalf the Grey, and I really liked his hat because it was how wide it was. But he did a quote from the book, and it was the first thing that he said to Bilbo, I think, or Frodo. I think it was Bilbo. So in the books, I think it was the first thing that he said to Bilbo. But he was a really nice guy. Gandalf. Oh, our judges really liked this guy. This was the Grey Jedi. the gray Jedi. And I think he just came over to, I just saw him just now. He came over to talk to me, but he 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 noticed we were streaming. But he had a cool scar. He had cool makeup on his face. A nice little scar there. But the Ahsoka race, I don't know what the Ahsoka race is. I'm not a Star Wars fanatic, so I don't know. But he had the tentacles. But super, super, super awesome. This is my favorite. I like this cosplayer. She came last year, and her husband was here, but yeah, Twilight. I think that's right, Iffy. But she came last year, and her husband didn't have a costume at the time, but she cosplayed last year, and I think she got third last year. But she is a seamstress, and she makes all these costumes, and they're really high quality. They look really nice, and plus I just like the aesthetic. Like I like this aesthetic a lot. So I like them a lot. So I hope they keep coming back and keep doing stuff. But they won some stuff as well. This is Aragorn and Arwen. We had a lot of Lord of the Rings. I just realized we had Gandalf, we had Aragorn, Arwen, Witch King of Angmar. We had a lot of Lord of the Rings. But yeah, they had a cool quote, a cool description if you go back and watch it. Hi, Roger. But they were talking about Merry and Pippin being in charge of Minas Tirith while they were here on a romantic hobby getaway. It was super, 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 super cute. And they kissed on stage. Ooh. Cooties. This guy, you know, after the Oswald the Overladen thing that happened 2 or 3 years ago, he, you know, everybody's been dressing up as Reaper miniatures every year. And this guy did the classic Sir 4 scale. So he hit the pose perfectly. The only thing he's missing is a shield, obviously. He's missing a shield. But he hit the pose. He's Sir 4 scale, and I think he got the loudest applause. Morning, D-Ben. He got the loudest applause, I think, out of everybody. Obviously, you're at a Reaper convention and you cosplay Sir 4 scale. It's warranted. So this guy, I think this guy is a professional cosplayer, or he's just a cosplayer that actually goes to you know, a lot of conventions and stuff. Because a few years ago he had a really good costume, and I think he won first place. And then this year he dressed as the blind samurai, and he had a really good stage presence. He always has really good stage presence. I think that's what got him first place a couple of years ago, was his dedication to his pose and stuff. But he did a flourish, and then it was awesome because when he entered the stage, he did the samurai Naruto run, and then he sheathed his blade at the end. You know, he did the whole thing. Plus, I just really like the costume. I like the aesthetic. He was gaming in it all day. So I saw him early in the morning, and he was sitting at the gaming tables out in the hallway, and he had this big old straw you know, backpack on and things like that. So this guy's dedicated. So I hope he keeps coming back. And then, oh no. So this is the Powerhouse family, is what I call them. They started doing the costume contest with us when we first started. And, you know, like I said, when you come to ReaperCon a lot and they come every year, you see the kids grow up. And so this girl, the Bush family is what I call them. But she is actually entering into the MSP and doing a bunch of stuff like that. And so getting it all ready. But I think she's going to be an incredible painter. So we'll see how the MSP goes for her tonight. But their costumes are always super, super cute. If you guys remember or watching it last year, they were the elf family. So they were the wood elf family that posed together. But they decided the past couple of years to do individuals. So this is the oldest Bush daughter, as, can't remember what she was, Windhammer or Windrunner. This is the younger sister, Claire, I think is her name. But it's funny, it's cool to see them starting to paint and enter the MSP and do all these things around the con and stuff. And they're super respectful and they're super nice. I like the Bush family. They're super cool. But this is the youngest one. And I think she was Amelia. a pilot of an airship. They like to theme their costumes together. Um, uh, they like to do their costumes like as a theme, and so this was like a steampunk airship theme is what they were doing. And then the dad, his name was Horatio. That was his character's name, and he was talking about his vests and his exploits. But he's the captain of the airship, and so yeah. I mean, I think the dad. I haven't talked to him about it yet. I don't know if he's listening or if he will listen, but you can tell that he's into it because his daughters are so into it, and so and you can tell that he's kind of like just doing it because they love it. And so I'm super glad. I don't know if they're doing it because he got them into it or what, but it's super, super nice to see that he's encouraging all these things, and especially like them painting and doing the MSP and things like that. I think they have a bright future, I think. Oh, this is chat. If you guys know in chat or on the Discord or on the forums, this is Count Ehrlich, Ted. I call him Tad sometimes just to be funny, but this is Count Ehrlich. A few years ago, him and his family costume did the cosplay contest together, and then now it's just been him for the past couple of years. But last year he did a vampire, and then this year he did a vampirate. So this year he's a pirate. Vampire. Dang it. I'm trying. I'm fighting. I'm trying to fight through it. But this, I love him. Him and his family are super smart. Like they're smart people. So shout out to Count Ehrlich. Hey, these were our players in the Mirrorscape game yesterday. So Boo, all the way to the left, I think his name is Aaron. And then we had Crystal in the purple. They were our two players for the Mirrorscape game, and they did wonderful. Like they came on and they were super, super good. They understood the assignment. They slotted in perfect. So especially Aaron, they slotted in perfect. And this is the adventuring party, or an adventuring party that you can have in Baldur's Gate 3. So we have Astarion on the right, Gale, Halson, and Minsk on the left there. I think it's a good costume to do, especially because of how popular Baldur's Gate is and will be, or has been. But yeah. Oh yeah, she was just sitting in the. So I was getting all the costume players lined up and getting them ready, and she was just sitting in the audience when I went to go adjust the camera, and I go, "Are you not in the costume contest?" And she goes, "No," and I go, "Do you want to be?" And she goes, "Okay," and she just gets up and comes and joins the line. I just thought it was funny that we were all like getting lined up and ready and everything like that, and then she's just sitting in the audience. So I was like, maybe she wasn't planning on joining or anything like that, but then she was just like, why not? But yeah, she joined, and she's kind of dressed up like she was like an angel, like a death angel. But from what my photographer said, that when she came over to take a photo on the set here, she grabbed Sophie's staff and a sword, and she did the pose that Sophie is doing. The artwork that you have been seeing around ReaperCon of Sophie this year, with the staff and the sword, that kind of pose, that's what she's been doing. So she did that for her picture. And then lastly, I think this is the last group. I could not get a good shot, so I got a couple shots of them. But this group, they do stuff as a big group, the same group every year. And so we had Alice, the white rabbit, on the right there. We had the Cheshire Cat in the purple. We had the Eat Me Cake, who was a mimic, and then the Jabberwock, which I think I have the last picture of the Jabberwock. But his costume was pretty cool, but they had a whole little skit about, like, you know, them being late and then blowing out the candle on the Eat Me Cake, and oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I didn't upload it. But all these will be posted, like, because they took pictures on the set, and I'll get those later, and they'll be posted up on our social media. But the Jabberwock had a cool little thing with his wings, where when he extended his hands, his wings would open, so he would be like with his big old long fingers. They were cool. but their costumes are always really fun. They like to do like fun, out of the box, like wacky costumes. So that's what I like about them. And so they're super like dedicated and they want to do it. So I'm glad that they come every year. So yeah, that was kind of a quick wrap up of the costume contest. I know probably you watched last night, but I like to just kind of go over it in the morning just because that was a big thing that happened yesterday. Um, what else can I talk about? Blood on the Clock Tower has been going well. I don't know the final numbers for the MSP entry. I haven't talked to the MSP people yet. You know, obviously they judged for like six hours yesterday. I think they started at 6 p.m. and they went until midnight, 12:30. So they were judging for like ever yesterday. So I haven't gone to talk to them about how many entries we had or anything like that. That will be announced tonight at the MSP. Ron likes to say those numbers and everything. So we'll find all that out tonight. There are some really funny, cool entries. If you've been watching the slideshow for the MSP entries, I think somebody made a joke entry about me. There's a Pez. I think there's a Pez dispenser that is like a panda, but with my face. So it's like a panda bear, but with a beard. So I think that was Chaos Queen. Chaos Queen did it. So we'll have more entries today as well. I think deadline is noon. So if you're driving here or if you're coming right now, the cutoff is at noon, and then they'll do some more judging, and then we'll get ready for the MSP, which is tonight at 8 p.m. Is what my schedule says. So we'll probably be live all the way up until then, I think. We'll be live all day. So right after this, at around 10 or so, that's when our photo booth starts. So our photo like set and everything starts at 10 this morning, and it goes until 3. So, and then right after that, we'll do some interviews starting with New Comet Games. So I have an interview with New Comet Games, one of our vendors. Another vendor, Southpaw Crafts. So we'll do an interview with them for, these are quick little interviews. And then Joe Oaks. So I have Joe Oaks at 5 p.m. Hey, Norton, Frozen Ninja, how's it going? But yeah, Joe Oaks is what I have on the schedule. But then I might go pull in some artists between right after Joe Oaks. I'm gonna probably grab some more artists and stuff. I might see if I can get Joseph Wolf, but he might be playing a game. I have to check his schedule. I'll find somebody. We could slot some people in between 5 and 7, somewhere in there. So kind of left it open a little bit. I just wanted to put the people in that responded to my emails first, and then I'll go grab some random people that want to do interviews later tonight. Is there anybody you guys want to see in chat? Anybody you want to see on the interviews? If you're interested. We have a lot of vendors, interviews. And so, yeah, is there any teachers or anything like that? Yeah, Mark. You guys came last year, but I don't think you had a booth. I think you guys just came as participants, I think. Yeah, we're live. And we'll be live. I think today we'll be live. Molly Honster. I can, she might have a class or something. I don't know. Holly Monster's been kind of, she's been kind of low key this year. She hasn't been, out and about and doing stuff. She's just kind of playing games at night off like in a corner. Like they're just kind of playing games on their own and doing stuff. I think she's just kind of chill. She's relaxing. So, yeah. Yeah. Interview Frank. Yeah, I could. We could talk about the setup and everything. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. We'll grab a bunch of people and see what we can do. Maybe have 2 on at once and then kind of cycle through. I'll walk around and gauge some interest from the artist and see who wants to be on and who's available. So, yeah. But other than that, that's kind of the big thing. The real big thing today, though, is the MSP. So, Kit's in there getting ready, and I'm sure he's working on the slideshow and getting everything in order and things like that. So I know it's kind of stressful. We're probably gonna have to do a test, bring over and make sure cords work and it's showing up, and all the normal stuff, the stressful stuff. So we'll see. We're pretty prepared and we're ready to go. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. I'm just enjoying talking to everybody that's here. I hope everybody that is not here can make it next year. Next year we only have one more year on the current contract for this hotel, and then it's the Wild West again, and we don't know what's happening after that. But yeah, I mean, it feels comfortable. I was talking to some of the people here, checking the vibes and what they feel, and they say it's a little quieter, and that could be maybe attendance is down a little bit, but I think attendance is about the same as it was last year, is what it feels like to me. I haven't looked at the exact numbers. I know ballpark numbers, but I try not to look at the numbers until at the end because it's really not that super important to me. But yeah, it feels comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, Iffy, I hope you do. And then Mark, Frozen Ninja, yeah, I hope everything's going well. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I think. So we'll probably cut to a security stream, and you'll see me walking around. You'll see everybody walking around. We'll have some music playing, and we'll have the MSP entries slideshow playing as well on the bottom right corner, if you haven't seen it yet. So enjoy, and we'll be back later at 3 p.m., 3:30-ish. With New Comic Games will be the first interview right after that. So, yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a good night, day. See you at the MSP.